And the United Nations has sounded alarm in South Sudan, where escalating clashes have left nearly 200 people dead since March.
It has called on the international community to help stave off a humanitarian nightmare in the region. Tensions have increased in South Sudan over clashes between forces loyal to President Salva Kiir and those backing his rival, First Vice President Riek Machar. The conflict has threatened the fragile power-sharing agreement that ended the 5-year civil war.
Political instability has also plagued the young nation, which only declared independence in 2011, with international observers urging restraint following the detention of Machar last month.
Amid political instability, the humanitarian needs of Sudan are also staggering. According to UN mission in South Sudan, 9.3 million people, 3/4 of the population, need aid, with 7.7 million suffering from severe food insecurity. The country is facing its worst cholera outbreak since independence, with nearly 50,000 cases and 900 deaths. About 130,000 people have been displaced since March, with thousands of them reportedly crossing into Ethiopia.
The chief of UN mission in South Sudan, Nicholas Haysom, has warned of a sharp deterioration in the political and security situation. UN has called for immediate cessation of hostilities and protection of civilians.
There has been a sharp deterioration in the political and security situation, which threatens to unravel the peace gains made in recent years. We are receiving reports of further mobilization, respectively, of the White Army and the SSPDF in Upper Nile, allegedly including the forced recruitment of children into the respective ranks of the armed formations. The deployment of Ugandan foreign forces at the request of the South Sudanese government has further staked public anxiety.
Joining the chorus, France's permanent representative to the United Nations also called for implementation of the 2018 revitalized peace agreement.
For more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from the UN headquarters in New York. Listen to this.
La Sierra Leone, la Slovénie, le Royaume-Uni et mon pays, la France.
A series of events in Nasir culminated on the 7th of humanitarian estimate. There has been a sharp
The United Nations Security Council was briefed on the worsening situation in South Sudan on Wednesday. UN envoy Nicholas Haysom warned of a dangerous slide back into civil war with ongoing clashes, the recruitment of child soldiers, and the arrest of the first vice president. Over 80,000 have been displaced, with 9.3 million in dire need. OSHA warned the Security Council of a humanitarian nightmare if this continues. The United States expressed regret, calling the collapse of the peace process especially worrying, and condemned the use of barrel bombs and airstrikes on civilians, while calling for the UN to be able to do its work, criticizing the transitional government for obstructing UN work and failing to pay civil servants for over a year. Council members called for restraint, dialogue, and urgent support to prevent a full-scale war. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World as well.